Imagine a world where making clothes doesn't poison rivers, choke the air, or rely on harsh, toxic chemicals. That world just took a giant leap forward in Henan province, China, where the world's first 1,000-ton ionic liquid cellulose fiber plant has officially opened its doors. This is not just another textile factory, it's a landmark moment in clean technology, sustainability, and the future of fashion, developed by the Institute of Process Engineering at the prestigious Chinese Academy of Sciences. This facility represents the first time a decade's worth of cutting edge ionic liquid research has gone from the lab bench to full scale industrial deployment. For over a century, making regenerated cellulose fibers like viscose or rayon has meant relying on hazardous solvents such as carbon disulfide, not only harmful to workers and the environment, but also a key contributor to air and water pollution across the textile world. But this plant changes everything. Instead of carbon disulfide or NMMO, it uses ionic liquids, a revolutionary class of designer salts that remain liquid at room temperature. They are non-volatile, non-toxic, and completely reusable. The result is a process with near zero emissions, no toxic wastewater, no harmful gases, and no solid waste. Plus, over 99% of the solvent is recovered and recycled in a closed loop system. This level of cleanliness, this efficiency, this scalability is something the industry has been chasing for decades. While researchers in Europe and North America have experimented with ionic liquids since the early 2000s, no one had cracked the code on making it work at industrial scale. The Chinese research team, led by Dr. Zhang Suozhang, did just that, overcoming enormous scientific and engineering challenges to create a sustainable production line that runs at a whopping 1,000 tons per year. They're like the Swiss Army knives of green chemistry, capable of dissolving tough plant-based cellulose without breaking it down, tunable to specific needs, and stable enough to withstand the heat and stress of continuous manufacturing. Unlike older methods that require harsh acids or bases, this process is gentle, clean, and scalable, and it's not just clean, it's powerful. The fibers produced meet international standards for fineness, strength, stretchability, and consistency, making them a viable replacement for both traditional viscose and synthetic fibers like polyester. In other words, fashion brands and industries now have a true alternative to fossil fuel based materials. Strategically, this also ties into China's national goals of achieving peak carbon emissions before 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2060 by proving that ionic liquid technology can work not just in theory but in practice. At scale, China has positioned itself as a global leader in sustainable industrialization. The implications go far beyond clothing. The same technology could eventually be adapted for other biopolymers like chitin from shells, lignin from wood, or even protein-based materials, paving the way for greener alternatives in everything from automotive textiles to medical fabrics. This plant isn't just a first of its kind, it's a blueprint for the future, a future where eco-conscious production doesn't compromise on quality or cost, where green innovation leads industrial progress, and where science steps in to clean up one of the dirtiest industries on earth. So if you're excited by groundbreaking innovations that blend chemistry, engineering, and environmental sustainability, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more stories that shape our future.